Soothing sounds of Raoul, ladies and gentlemen.
Episode 4. Boring. Yeah, I'm in my bathrobe, so what? Wendy's back! I miss Wendy. I love that intro she had in Breaking Bad. And that song especially, it was catchy. This episode dragged. I kind of felt like, okay, well, we saw the end of Mike's story for now with the death of Nacho. So I guess, yeah, being that the title of the show is Better Call Saul, let's go see what Saul is up to. And it starts off with the continuation of the scheme of setting up Howard. Saul's dressed up as Howard and using that duplicate key while Kim's at a restaurant with that lawyer guy that used to be Saul's old boss. And this goes back to, I believe it was season 3 or season 4, where Saul sets up these hookers, asks Howard for their money for their services, and it leaves that lawyer guy to think, well, if that's true, then the stories or rumors about the cocaine must be true. Again, nothing exciting, just yet another scheme. I didn't really get the intro, it was confusing, it didn't make any sense. But we find that out at the end. Honestly, I was kind of missing Mike's story. I wanted to see more of Mike. I didn't really care for Saul's story, at least for this season with this scheme with Howard. I hope that ends soon. And then we find out that Kim is being followed by that same car from, what was it, episode 1? And seeing how everybody at the court dislikes Jimmy now for whatever reason, leads me to think that it's that district attorney lady, how she has her suspicions that Saul was representing Lalo Salamanca, that she probably sent those guys to spy on her. Then I was thinking, wait, why not follow Saul and not Kim? So that didn't make any sense. And then finally the show picked up and I was like, okay, cool, Mike's here. And he finally meets Kim and they're having their first interaction, so that was cool to see. And then we find out it was Mike's guys tailgating her, finding out that Lalo isn't dead. Then we see Gustavo Fring and I was like, okay, it's picking up, alright. Now the two are coming together again and it's gonna make the season more interesting. And it was kind of cool to see Gustavo and like see his bedroom and what he does after work. Finding out that he has a bulletproof vest and how meticulous he is with him removing his clothes. And now we're gonna see him do laundry. But nope, we find out that there's a secret door in his garage or laundry room, whatever you want to call it, which leads to that other house that we saw in the beginning. So I'm like, okay, is this his real home then? Is this his real family? Does he have a family? But no, it's just a hideout where he gets to see his surveillance and bodyguards. And we find out that for 2 weeks straight, Mike has guys watching everywhere for any signs of Lalo Salamanca. And Mike's kind of saying, well, everyone's saying he's dead, so we haven't seen anything. He might be dead. But Gustavo knows better and he's like, he's alive. And then we see that Saul shows Kim a potential space for his new office, which is the Better Call Saul office that we see in Breaking Bad. And that was it, nothing exciting, so I enjoyed the moment Mike showed up to the episode, and that's about it. It dragged in the beginning and I could care less for the scheme. And that's it, I didn't really care for the setup of Howard by Saul and Kim. I was wondering if there was going to be some kind of time jump as soon as we saw that office space, much like we've seen in previous seasons where we see a time jump. But for it to be episode 4, I feel like at some point it's going to pick up and we're going to finally see what we want to see. You know, the time jump, seeing the characters transition to what we see in Breaking Bad. Like, I'm really waiting to see what happens for Saul to finally be that scumbag we see in Breaking Bad. And to see what happens with Jean. Do we find out if Kim's still in his life? If he goes back to her, or maybe she has a separate life and we kind of see a glimpse through his eyes where he's just seeing if she's okay. And by the looks of Mike, he looks like he's over Nacho's death. He's past his mourning. Things are good between him and Gus. They're both on the same page now and no longer have differences. I was hoping we would see Lalo, at least as a cliffhanger for next episode. We didn't get none of that. So I'm really hoping episode 5 puts us back on track, and I'm willing to forgive this one episode for it to drag. Alright, that's all I have for you guys. Let me know your thoughts on the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.